We have made the admission process so flexible this year. Of course, when compared with the last year, again we have made it into phases. The AAA examination will be held in three phases. That is, one in April, second in June, and third in July. Most probably after the publication of the plus two results. So that is one of the flexibility we are giving to the students. It is something which is almost equal to the JEE pattern. And secondly, the AAA three phases AAA. If any candidate is attempting all the three phases, so which means that suppose if I feel that I haven't done well in the first phase, I can always opt to participate in attempt in the second and third phases. Okay. Now, in the second phase, we have two mode of examination. One is center-based exam, and other one is online exam, the remote proctored examination. So the flexibility is one is AAA through AAA. In AAA, we have three phases, and multiple attempts are permitted for any candidate. Only thing is they have to pay additional fees of rupees 600. Third is second is the JEE mode. Last year also we had JEE mode. So we will wait for the seat allotment till the end of June, or till the June JEE results are published, or when the rank is published. Then third is SAT score. SAT score we did last year also. In addition to all these three, we have one more entry, one more window, that is Pearson undergraduate entrance examination. So that is an additional component this year, because what we have seen is that last year itself there were a large number of students who wanted to go abroad. They had to cancel their plans and they had to continue in the country itself with the premier institutions. And we also got a lot of applications last year. So in the light of that, we have started accepting the score of PUE also. So that is a change when compared with the last year. Generally, till last year, what we did was we did something like 70% of the candidates were admitted through AAA quota, 30% was through JEE, and both the JEE and SAT were a kind of mix. So this year, what we have done is almost 60% of the seats are allotted or earmarked for AAA. Again, the 30% is given for JEE. And the rest of the 10% will be a mix of both SAT and PUE. The reason why it is so, last year we saw almost like JEE candidates who got admission into this computer science and AI branches was ranging from something like 90 to 95 percentile. And the number of candidates applying through JEE mode also increased last year. So in the view of that, this year we have increased the JEE quota. Last year it was something like 20%, but this year it is 30%. Class 12 score we used for the ranking purpose. We clubbed both the AAA score and plus 2 score. But yes, we did admit the students based on the plus 2 marks for some of the branches in Chennai campus. We have 4 campuses and the new campus, Chennai campus. So we did admission based on the plus 2 score, but this year we have not yet decided to consider plus 2 marks. And maybe in due course we have to think, and if there is such a decision to be taken, we will amicably decide it. First thing is that the questions given to both the RPE and the CPT, whenever the exam is conducted in the hybrid mode, it is the same session, same set of questions. First thing. Second thing is that there is the universal concept of equalization of the marks, normalization of the marks. So what we will do, whatever we used to do when we used to conduct the pen and paper examination and center-based examination, the same policy we will follow. We will equate all the scores across all the sessions for both the examinations. So there is already there is an accepted policy which the JEE and IITs use. We are following the same universal policy of equating all the scores. So mark will be converted as scores, and those scores will be used for ranking purposes. People think that engineering is just an easy type of pass, and the degree is also taken in that way. But let me elaborate on the concept behind that. The first thing is, we used to see earlier days, maybe 5 years or 6 years ago, what we used to see was the companies like TCS and CTS were coming and just recruiting, doing mass recruitment. They used to recruit like something like 600, 700 students from the campus. But now the things have changed. So you want somebody having very good skills. Skills in the sense, first thing is the problem solving skills. And problem solving skills, when coming to engineering, you need a very good fun day in mathematics. Mathematics has to be very strong, especially when you talk about robotics and automation. To get that precision, that precise thing, it is very, very important. So mathematics is crucial for our curriculum, especially our curriculum. And we don't want engineers to be just software developers. We want engineers who can develop efficient type of systems, you know, precise type of systems with more and more accuracy. For example, let me give you a small example. We do have a girl who was in the top of informatics Olympiad in way back in 2016, 16 or 15. Now she joined us and she was part of one of the world's prestigious contests like ICPC, International Collegiate Programming Contest. So she got into Atlassian company. She was offered something like 44 lakhs. Then she tried in Google, and she is now the highest paid candidate student, that is 56 lakhs. So she got in Google. She's now working as an intern in Amazon. So what is it? What is that Google kind of companies? The companies, tier one companies, look at. It is mostly about the problem solving techniques used by the students to solve a real life problem. So if you want to become an efficient engineer or engineer with better problem solving skills, mathematics is very critical. Even if you come to, see, we all talk about big data analytics, machine learning, AI, all those words are very, very nice to hear. It gives us very pleasure to hear. But when you deep dive into it, mathematics is going to be very crucial. For any engineering student, mathematics is the funding. And especially when you look at the future for manufacturing industries or any industry using automation, mathematics is going to be very, very important subject. We have 4 campuses. The largest campus, as you know, the old campus is in Coimbatore, that is 400 acres, and the intake is something like 1,260 to 1,300. And we are planning to introduce 2 programs this year. One is robotics and automation in BTech. That will be part of mechanical engineering, and one is cybersecurity. So that will be clubbed along with computer science. So given that the intake might increase to something like 1,300 plus, that is for Coimbatore campus. For Amardapuri campus, the current intake is something like 800. And the intake in Bangalore is 600 to 640. And we do have almost all the similar branches except civil engineering, chemical engineering, and aerospace engineering. And the fourth one is Chennai campus. Chennai campus, again, we have 4 to 5 branches apart from the usually, the aerospace engineering, chemical engineering, civil is not offered in Chennai campus. So Chennai campus has something like 420 to 450 intake. So all put together, the total number of seats we fill is something like 3,000 across the 4 campuses. Amaravati campus, we last year we tried to get the AICTE approval. Because of this, specifically because of this COVID pandemic, we are not able to continue with the construction part also. So we are just waiting to see if it is possible this year, or we will have to plan it for the future. Last year we did our own entrance examination for all the allied programs. So this year also we'll continue to do that. Unless otherwise the central government makes it mandatory that we have to use those scores. Of course, I'm not the right person to comment on it. But since I'm closely connected with this admission, then yeah, that is my take on that. the curriculum, crafted by Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham for the BTech students. If you take the curriculum, you will understand that how we have streamlined the final year. Streamline the final year in such a way that the entire subjects offered in the final year is categorized across different streams. For example, a candidate, a student who is joining computer science course program, he can either choose to specialize in AI, or he can go for cybersecurity specialization, or suppose if he want to go with AI specifically in healthcare. So that kind of streamlining of subjects have happened, and we have introduced the Internet of Things in the first year itself. So that benefit is always there. So instead of offering large number of degrees, we have a focused degree, but with very good fundamentals in all the branches in engineering, and then moving to the specialized stream.